Hey guys, so I wanted to make this quick video about ignorance. In particular, I just feel like us as a society, we've taken that word and we've weaponized it to where we use it only for attacking others. And by definition, it really isn't necessarily a bad word. Ignorance just means lack of knowledge, of being unaware of certain facts. And we all have that. We all are ignorant to certain situations, certain things. That's just because we don't know everything, right? So I wanted to tell this quick story about something that happened to me based off of this topic. So years ago, I was working this job, and my coworker, it was just me and him. We worked a third shift, so overnight, and so we had a lot of time to talk. He was actually one of my best friends. Super cool dude, super, he knew I was gay, he was open-minded. It wasn't like this opposite ends of the political spectrum kind of situation. He was a cool dude. And we had time to talk about everything that was going on in the world, and we did. And so one night, he goes, "Hey, can I ask you a question? Like, I don't want you to get upset, but this is something that I've been wondering about." I said, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." And so the question was in reference to this. It was an adult male who was arrested for molesting little boys. And so his question was, does it bother you when you see stuff like this? Like, do you think this dude is messing it up for my people, for like my group of people? He's giving us a bad name. And my response to that was, I said no. I said, first off, I would never, for multiple reasons on different levels, I would never say that one person's actions is a reflection of a whole group of people. Like, I don't even I refuse to look at things that way, so I wouldn't look at it that way. But secondly, why do you think he's gay? The dude was married and had 2 kids, a boy and a girl, and he was actually asked if he was gay, and he said no, he wasn't. So why would you think that he was gay? And you could see that in his eyes where he was starting to look at the situation in a way that he never had before. And so I elaborated. I said, as someone who was molested, I can tell you that molestation has nothing to do with sexuality. It has to do with power and dominance. The gentleman who, I won't call him that, but the person who molested me was not gay. He was also married, and it had more to do with his mental issues that he was facing and feeling powerless and taking that out on another male that he could overpower. As far as that goes with molestation, you have people who molestate boys and girls, or a specific gender for a specific reason, and none of it has anything to do with sex. Again, it has to do with power and dominance. And the proof is in that he never did anything with his boy or girl, because that wasn't what the situation. It wasn't about just having sex. And you could see where my friend, he's like, "Oh my gosh, it never occurred to me to look at things that way." I said, "Yeah." I said, any normal day, if you saw a story about, because most males who molest little girls, do you ever assign a sexuality to that? Do you ever think of it in that way? Does it bother you? No, of course not. You just think of it as a mental perversion that this person has, and you don't even think about the sexual element to that, because again, that's not really what the situation is about. So whether it's a male molesting little boys or girls, a female molesting little boys, again, take the gender out of it, because it's way much more complicated than that. It's not that simplistic. And so I wanted to do this video about and tell you guys that story, because I think in this climate where everything is so polarized, you immediately want to go to your corner whenever you hear someone say anything that's referencing, that makes them seem like they're aligning with the other side. And it sometimes it isn't that serious, it isn't that deep, and it really is a situation of ignorance. And again, I'm not using that word to attack or to, a lack of knowledge, a lack of facts, and looking at things in a factual way. And again, we all do that. And if the person that you're talking to, that you're engaging with, is a good person, then you should try to give them the facts and make them aware so that they're not ignorant of the situation. And so for me, I feel like that I did that. I had that opportunity, and thank God I did. Thank God that I didn't just blow it off or just get upset or whatever. That I took that moment. I realized, because we were so close, because I love this dude, I realized that it was just a matter of ignorance, and that once I explained it to him, that he would see things in a different way. And that's much better, because now he is walking around with this knowledge that if he encounters someone else, he can do the same thing that I did. And so I just wanted to let you guys know that sometimes if you do come across someone who's ignorant, see if there's a space for you to help with that and to help them better themselves and better others along the journey. So like, comment, subscribe, and bye.